Okay, here we are again. This is basically the second segment on what we started the first time. The first time we really didn't cover a few things that I want to discuss. First and foremost, what I am trying to show you is how to build a powder room with limited space. Here in Philadelphia, all these row homes are basically identical. The stairs might be on one side of the house or the other, but they're all the same layout. They are basically 16 by 25, which is like a living room, dining room combination. Go ahead and take a quick look around on it.
So you're working with people that are living in the house.
Yes.
The owner.
That in itself is a separate problem because you not only are you working in limited confined space, but you also have to deal with the furniture. I mean, basically you just kind of want to take whatever you need out of the way and then start with that. Now, one of the things that a lot of people get concerned about is, well, how big should it be? I have done tons of these bathrooms, powder rooms as you could call them, or half bath, and the average size is 3 feet wide by 5 feet long. You don't really need more space than that, as long as you put everything in its proper location. That's the first thing you gotta think about. Like I'm basically designing this and building it as I go along. For example, we have the door here in the front. Now we could have opted to put the door here on the side, but the owner felt that it would look better with the door here. And as we all know, we give the owner or the client what they want. Okay? In this instance, we went a little bigger than 3 by 5. We went almost 4 feet wide to the finish by 5.5 feet long. Okay? Now, as you can see, we have all our rough-in carpentry done. Okay, originally I showed you we have a window here that we're going to shrink down to this size. Now in a situation like this, you don't really want or need a window in the powder room. An exhaust would do fine, but the owner wants to keep a window, so we went with something smaller. So the first thing is you frame it out, you make a box for your new window. We got to remove this one. I haven't removed it yet because we don't really want to remove it until we're ready to install the smaller window so that there's no big opening here. Okay. Second is we have all our rough-in plumbing done. We have our water lines, our sewer lines. We have our electrical. And once again, the owner originally wanted one switch to light both the recessed lighting and the vanity light, but I talked her into something that I believe is much more efficient, which is you want a double light switch. Now there's several ways of doing this. You can have a double gang box with 2 switches, or you want to have a single gang box with a double switch here. See? So each one of these controls a different lighting. You have this one, and then you have this one. You don't necessarily need to have both lights on at the same time. Okay? Now, the second thing we want to do is get the heating element in here. This house does not come with ductwork for AC and heating, so it has radiator heat. Now, instead of putting the old-fashioned big bulky ones that used to be here, I prefer to work with these. Now, this is a baseboard cast iron radiator. It works just as well as the big ones and it heats just as good. You get the best of both worlds. You have a baseboard looking radiator which is only about 3 inches wide by about 8 inches long. And these are much more efficient than the small regular baseboard heaters, which are either electrical or hot water line, but it does not create the type of heat that this does.
So we see that the toilet is going here.
Yes, the toilet's going to go here.
The sink is going to go here.
Vanity's going to go here. And then this radiator will be located here. Now you might think, well, that's a little tight. But in our next segment, when we start to look at the finished work, you'll see that it's more than enough space. Now this is a radiator over here that we installed already. See? So you don't have this gigantic, bulky, 3 feet by 1 foot box taking up more space. We're already limited with the space that we have. Now once you paint this, let's say white, the color of the baseboard, it blends in well with the wall and it's not in the way. You can put furniture, you can put anything around here, and it also comes with these end caps like this. Now these end caps are to hide the pipes or the plumbing so that you don't see any, looks much, gives it a more finished look. See, so we take this, put it in like that, and you get, voila.
Nice.
Get a nice finished, good, clean look. Now we're not going to install the one in the bathroom yet because we still have to, since we're going with ceramic tile, we need to put the hardy backer first and then the tile, and then we'll put in the radiator. I mean, I could put it in now, but then everything that goes on the floor, I'd have to cut around the pipes, and then you won't get the same look as opposed to waiting till the floor is done, cutting, drilling out some nice round holes and running your lines, and everything will be clean. If for any reason you ever have to remove this, you don't have a bunch of crazy cuts and anything on the other side. You'll have a nice clean floor.
Nice.
Now today we're gonna finish up with the sheetrock. Since all our roughing is done, we gotta go ahead and close everything up, get the window in place. We still need to put the door, but the door is something you want to put in last. It's not necessary, it's just gonna be in the way now.
Can you tell us a little bit about the plumbing and how you went about it?
In this instance, normally in today's age, we use PEX lines, which are plastic. They are much more easier to install, much faster, and you spend less. But the owner, because she has copper throughout the house, opted to go with copper. I personally can go either way, it doesn't matter. We're gonna hold this video for 1 second. I want to check something.